were some of the most impactful things that you got to learn while out in those oil refineries?
Yeah, so a couple really intriguing things to me were working with some heavy equipment, some huge cranes, learning a lot about rigging, which is how you get the pipe 75 feet up with the crane. So working with cranes was great. Operating a lot of interesting tools, working with welders, that was a very interesting experience. A lot of the impact and meaning behind working at the refinery was just, I know that it might not always be seen as having a positive environmental impact, but after working at the refinery internally, you get to learn that they actually decrease the amount of waste that they have to a point where it's so minimal that it has such little impact on the community. So I think that I got to gain a little more insight into how much environmental impact the refinery actually does have, and really how many people we serve, and the fact that you're taking crude oil and refining it into all these different products that we're around every day. Every time you fill up your gas tank or change your oil or get on a plane, like these are all things that are produced at a refinery. So being at the ground level of that industry, being able to work with some of this crazy equipment and being in areas that you would never imagine are some of the things that make that job very interesting and exciting.
That's really awesome. I think you bring up a really good point too, Drake, that when people think about oil and big oil companies, they think about, all the bad things that are associated to it. But I think what you're saying and what you're bringing up is that actually there's a lot of good to it. That there's so much R&D, there's so much development focused on trying to make it environmentally friendly, trying to reuse and refine oil in so many different ways. And at the end of the day, I think what's really, really fascinating is that there are people at the end of the stick. There are people who are actively involved in trying to make it better for everyone else out there when we, again, fill up our gas tank. And those people are folks like you. So I appreciate that so much, Drake.